What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. And if you guys are ready to get nearer and nearer to the end of this season, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for your boy. It helps share it out to other people. Shows that support too as well. So I know you guys are enjoying the series and, you know, encourages me to bring more of it to you guys. Don't worry, MLB The Show is on the way. Like I gotta keep saying that too as well, just to let you guys know we are doing another rebuild over there. So it will be on the way soon. But let's go ahead and just dive right into what we came here to do today, and that's talk football, man. As we are 10-1 in the season, about to take on the 8-4 Baltimore Ravens, who seem to be very good defensively, as they, you know, historically are. And they want to know what our success this game is going to be. We're just going to keep it plain and simple. I mean, I'm not going to say it seems so weak and say we can do whatever we want to this team, but we're going to play the running game. It's the best thing that we can do on our side of the ball, you know, something that we do very, very well. Even when we try to pass, we always end up bouncing right back to that run and still having a very good game with that. So we'll definitely go ahead and try to attack this team on the ground. Of course, before we get started as well, we also want to look at some re-signs here. I do want to offer Kenny Moore, who I think he's played fantastic on the outside corner role. We've seen him time and time again get tested and proven that he does not need to be. So I'm actually going to add a second year on this. I don't think regression should hit too bad towards 1 year. He's not willing to take it right now. He does want to say yes, just not at the moment, I guess. He has a very high interest level. And then we're coming back to Quiddy Pay, who did the same thing last week, and now he's ready to go and accept his offer up and stay with the squad. So got one of our players re-signed, one of our edge rushers, which would be great. Now we're working on one of our DBs before going back to that offensive line. You know, it is one of our big focuses in the draft. So I mean, if we have to lose one or two of them, we can also look in free agency, you know, rather than paying both of them big money. And they both have no interest, so we'll kind of have to see what we can do as far as our tackle situation. But here, we got to focus on what we have in the here and now. And here, we have a very good rushing offense like our own in Baltimore. We know they're going to run the ball. We know that Lamar's going to get out of the pocket and get loose. So here on 1st and 10, after the big time run, showing that he's got a little bit of that arm, and it actually is complete. Injury by Anton Chapman, but he's able to hold onto that ball over the middle and give them a much needed first down there. And they're just going to keep the passing game going. Lamar Jackson already 4 for 5 on the day, showing that he actually can sling the pill a little bit. Trying to go for that 6,000 yards he had talked about last offseason, if y'all remember that. When they signed OBJ and had gotten all those receivers to come in, my boy said, you can go for 6,000. Loki had me believing too, Luck was slick, but obviously we were far away from somebody throwing that many yards in the season, unless you count Anthony Richardson in this series. And so he could possibly get there. Take a lot of interceptions to get there, but we can get there as we go stop the run here, but not before getting a gain of basically 10 there. It's going to be 3rd and inches from the 19. They're in red zone territory now. Hand off the middle, and that is a great stop by newly signed Quiddy Pay, fresh off of signing, inking that deal. He's getting in the backfield and stopping and holding this Baltimore offense to nothing but 3. That's a great way to go ahead and end their first drive of the day, making them have to settle for their 3 points. Now, unfortunately, we have yet to do anything on offense on either of our first 2 drives. So we end up giving the ball right back to Baltimore. And on their second drive, Sanson and Bukum is starting to come alive. Getting that first sack of the day. He's already had a career high total this season. We'll see how much he's able to rack up by the end of the year. As this is a great rushing attempt on 2nd and 17 to get it all back. Mitchell, second run of the day, and it's already put them in great position for a 3rd and short situation here. Lamar in the pocket finds his receiver wide open. That's Zay Flowers with an easy catch. Nobody was within 10 feet or maybe even 10 yards of that man. And they're going to keep running these play actions, and now he's going to show off the legs a little bit, forgetting that he might know how to run. The defense gives up another clear-cut first down there, getting them into goal territory. Still 1st and 10, though, so slight inches in between them and the goal line. Is that's going to be a diving catch? Peppers was lucky he scored on there, as that one was dropped once he made contact with the ground. So I have to come back here again, going to the tight end, and that is Mark Andrews trucking his way through 2 Colts defenders into the end zone. Touchdown. I don't know how you let that man get wide open on a little out route and score off it too. But now we're finally getting to see some of this Colts offense that has been held, you know, pretty much at bay here today. Josh Taylor, only his 4th carry of the game. He's only had 17 yards. So the running game that we look to lean on is not doing too good. But it will here on this triple option as he misses the toss out. Jonathan Taylor runs right past the ball, and Baltimore picks it up and has time to get up and has blockers and gets in the end zone. What? Roquan Smith repping the number 0 newly. I don't know what happened there. Anthony Richardson lazy on the tossback pass, and the fumble goes back for 6. And now it's 17-0 on a 3rd and 24. Anthony Richardson throws a duck up to Kyle Pitts and it's intercepted. This is throwing back flashbacks to the 49ers game. We are down 17-0 and finally get some hope here from, well, I would say newly inked deal, but somebody that we're trying to bring back, Kenny Moore Jr., showing why he deserves that 2-year deal. Getting an interception here to give us some momentum. We needed it after our last turnover and score, so we're going back to triple option. Prove we can run this thing. We need confidence in this play. Good broken tackle by Taylor. Not able to get any extra yards than Richardson got, though. But we are going to go no huddle here. It's near the end of this first half already. We're about to go into halftime down 17-0, just like the game that we lost. But our Lord and Savior here is going to keep us on the right and narrow as he helped me drop that play and get the thing to the man of the hour, Zach Moss, into the end zone, man. It'll be 20-7 as they were somehow able to still drop down and get 3 points there. I told y'all, them scoring right before half and right before the end of the game is almost unstoppable unless you just get them with 3 seconds left. It's going to happen. But we go into the half down 20-7. One of the, second time this season we've gone into half, or maybe like the third time this season we've gone into half losing. As we go check on some of the other scores around the league, division rivals here, Texans and Titans playing each other for I think the second time this season. They're tied up at 7 at half. Battling out for the worst in this division. We'll see which one comes out on top in that one. The Chargers beating up on the Giants 14-0. The Giants only 1 win this season. Does not have been fun for them. They do still have Saquon in the series. He is not left. So good news for you guys, New York fans. And then down in Atlanta, the Jets and Falcons are actually tied at 7. Jets supposed to be a very strong team, and right now they're letting Trevor Lawrence, kind of keep pace. So we'll have to see what that game goes. But people are probably looking at our game the same way. We're supposed to be this dominant team, and it looks like we could be going down at the hands of Baltimore yet again. Max McCain holding his back a little bit after the big first down play. He'll go to the locker room to get checked out. We'll have to see if he's okay. 3rd and 10 here a little bit later as we find Jonathan Taylor with the catch. Obviously not going to get the first. When you're down this much, it's at least 4th and medium. You got to try to go for it. Looks like they got 2-by-2 look here. Blitz look like it's coming up the middle. They fake the blitz. Drop back in coverage. Throw goes out to Michael Pittman Jr. for the first down. Going right in front of the linebacker's face. Getting just enough room to get the first. They're going to come right back here on 1st and goal. Richardson looking for the end zone, and he finds his man. That's Michael Pittman Jr. with another touchdown this season. His first here on the game. As they find the end zone for the second time through the... What is Fries doing? My boy is over there being a ballerina because we finally just scored. I hope we don't get too dizzy and forget how to block when we come back to offense. But at least we put this game back to 1 possession, and now it's up to Baltimore. Can they keep that pace going that they had in the first half? Really kind of first quarter. As they get a great pass there up the middle. Long running room to go as Lamar Jackson is dotting us up today. Over 200 yards through the air already. And they're going to go under center here to see what they can do. Everybody press down for the Colts. Like a blitz is coming in, and they do at least lock up the run for a minimal gain. Hamlin there able to get 4 yards out of it. They're going to go back to the shotgun here. Throw goes out to the corner. He's got a wide open receiver who breaks his way through 2. I cannot believe Devin Duvernay just shook his way out of... What is that? Just shook his way out of 2 defenders to get that on in. Fresh off the corner route, shook off 2, gets in, and then they come back and try to go for 2 since they are down, only up by 12 points, and now they make it 14. That'll fully go up 2 possessions no matter what, making the lead a little bit farther out of hand, so I understand it. Now it's going to be up to our offense to kind of come down here, down 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. Last time we were down this much in the 4th, it was when we lost. So, unfamiliar territory for us. We don't lose often. But when we have, it's looked like situations like this. So, can we lead a comeback? Great catch there for Kyle Pitts. We're going no huddle. 11 minutes left in this ball game. Richardson does not have time on his side. Looking to find somebody. Throws it out, and it gets knocked out of Alec Pierce's hands to make it 2nd and 10. 4-man pressure, pockets looking good. Throws it right over the middle to Kyle Pitts again. Catches it and just gets down. Puts us in the red zone at the 17-yard line. They're still only going to send 4 here. Pressure's going to get to the quarterback, but not before he's able to find Michael Pittman Jr. Still plenty of time to get in this end zone. Get a stop here. The blitz was starting to come through. He gets it out in time, and Josh Downs fumbles the bag. Great chance to get the touchdown there and get us out of this. Now we're going to have to go for it on 4th and 4. Looking all day to throw. Fires it riskily into Kyle Pitts' hand. That is an absolute dot. laser from Anthony Richardson. That's why you get a QB with that 97 throw power. Getting it directly into Kyle Pitts' hands there, avoiding 3 Ravens defenders somehow. And then we come right back on our next offensive drive, throwing this thing up, and we had the tying touchdown there. Just could not make it work. We ended up getting them on a 3-and-out. That's how we got the ball back so quick. And now it's going to look to drive this thing down the field to tie up the ball game. Under 6 minutes to go in the game. Richardson, clean pocket, finds Kyle Pitts open again. That safety blanket, man, I tell you, 300 yards on the day, and I wouldn't be surprised if Pitts is closing in on 100. Left side of the pocket is looking kind of wide open, but he's going to throw to his right instead. And that's the growth in Anthony Richardson I'm talking about. He could have easily took off to the left and just took sure yardages. He stayed in the pocket, stayed calm. It started to collapse around him, and he trusted that Jonathan Taylor would take his one-on-one matchup to the crib. And now it's up to Baltimore, who has been stunted out this almost basically this whole fourth quarter. In the second half, really. As they're going to look to try to finally score here. Ball is in their hands. They can at least run down this clock and get 3. It could be their victory. 3rd and 10 though. They're going to go with a play fake here. Throw deep down the field. And it's in the hands of Julius Brents. The Colts were in dime. 4 DBs on the field, and it worked out for them. As Brents, who had been moved back to kind of a more role on the bench from last season, comes in and makes the clutch play when they need him to. That's what having a deep DB room does for you. You have trust in your 4th and 5th corners to come on the field to do stuff like that and put your offense in great position to do something like this, which is take the lead. And we have a great running back to where we can drip this clock and not be scared to run this ball as we get a first down off the broken tackle of Jonathan Taylor. Just over 3 minutes left to go in the game. Another handoff to Taylor. He gets locked up in the backfield for a small gain. But that's fine. That means more clock gets to get eaten up here. Handoff. It's a read option play. Good pull by Richardson to not risk losing yards. And he'll just sniper crawl his way to the back line. And we have our first lead of the game coming here with 2.5 minutes left to go. And Baltimore still has the ball here. Last possession, or what could be the last possession of regulation. If they tie this thing up to send it to OT. Going empty on 2nd and 10. Pocket. Oh my gosh, that man froze. He hit him so hard with the juke move that my man's froze in the backfield. So no wonder we're not able to get sacks here, because he's freezing my defensive players with his moves that are so icy. And leading out of the 2-minute warning after the first down grab from Andrews, they go back to the running game to try to stay patient. They could easily take this into OT or go for 2 for the win, but they definitely do not want us to have a chance to go back and answer if they do score. Throw out to Mark Andrews. Trips up, or bunch formation to the right. Throw goes to the left. Great footwork there by Zay Flowers to go ahead and get the feet down and in on the sidelines. Only about 1.5 minutes left to go. Throw will go out to the trip side, and that is Mark Andrews not able to reach out for it. Clock does stop though, which is good news for Baltimore. We're going to come back on 2nd and 10 and try a screen play that gets blown up. Good job by the Colts defensive line. We have 3rd and 10 now. They got to get some yardage here to make 4th manageable if they don't get it. Lamar Jackson's going down to his right side though. He has a clear lane. Goes up the field, stiffly arming his way forward to get into the red zone. And we had a chance to hold him to possibly 4th to end the game. But now we've got an empty quads formation to the left. Looking all day to throw, fires it across the middle to his running back, who gets taken down at the 13. Only 30 seconds left to go. They only have 1 timeout. So if they're not getting out of bounds, they need to be hiking this ball quicker than this. Throw goes out right over the middle. And that is a good play that they're going no huddle. They got, or actually, no, they used their timeout actually. So no timeouts here. I mean, if we can get them down before the end zone, the game could be over. That's a catch in the back corner, but there is some yellow on the field. Andrews is celebrating, but there is some laundry on the ground. We'll have to go to the call. Let's go. It's illegal touching on Mark Andrews. He stepped out of bounds before coming back in to make the toe tap grab. So he'll lose a loss of downs there. And then we get the sack by Samson Mabukum. Only 5 seconds left to go as they hurry back to the line. Will they be able to get a playoff? No, they will not. They couldn't get set in time. Honestly, I think they could have and probably snapped it, but they took too long to get it up and in. And just like that, I cannot believe that we were able to go ahead and hold this team down. We were able to go ahead and stop them from putting up any extra points there on that last final drive. We finally broke the curse of being able to score last, and it led to us getting this dub. You see the scoring arc over there, man. We were losing all game up until that fourth quarter. 21 unanswered in the fourth. We 21 skunked them basically in the fourth quarter, and that was the only reason we were able to come back in this game. So amazing work there from the offense to not give up on this one. We still had, it wasn't as bad as the 49ers loss where we were down drastically bad. There was still plenty of time to come back into it. The defense played great to keep getting stops, and what can I say? Anthony Richardson really held it down when I needed him to. A lot more turnovers than we needed, but he made the plays that we needed to make, and the running game was able to hold on just barely there. 4 touchdowns, 2 picks for Richardson, over 345 through the air, 54% completion percentage. LJ, 22 for 37, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions himself. So shout out to the defense, able to get 2 turnovers to answer right back. That helped out and be the difference as well. Jonathan Taylor, one of his rare games where he goes under 100 yards. Only 14 attempts though, so still 6 a carry. Did have that fumble. I guess they credited it to him. Or actually, no, he had a different fumble because Richardson has 2. And then through the air, Kyle Pitts, 7 for 124 touchdown. I told you he was over 100 yards, had to be. But also Michael Pittman Jr., 5 for 101 and a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor caught him a touchdown. And Zach Moss caught him a touchdown. Josh Downs, quiet day, only 1 for 12. So didn't see too much from him, but Kyle Pitts was leading the way. And actually, I'm surprised. Michael Pittman doesn't have too many games where he gets over 100. So I'm proud of that, and it led to us getting this victory. Samson Ebukam and DeForest Buckner trading ways with TFLs with 5 of them things. Samson 3.5 sacks, 1.5 for Buckner. And something that doesn't make sense here, Barrett has half a sack, but nobody else does. So if you add that up, that's 5.5 sacks that we had on the game. So I don't know how we didn't get 6, but we had 5.5 as a team today. I don't know where the other one went. Brinson Kenny Moore Jr. getting those interceptions that were so clutch for us. Of course, I always wish they could be pick 6s, so it makes it easier to score. But Max McClain getting an upgrade here. You see he's not injured. He did end up coming back in that game deep later in the game. We don't run a whole lot of 2 tight end sets, so you probably didn't notice. But he's got another upgrade here. He's done pretty well this season. Medium and deep route running still need a whole lot of work, but short, 76 overall, and that's what he's going to see when he's running as a tight end too. Anthony Richardson getting another upgrade here as well, 85 overall strong arm. Now we're going to go ahead and go up with his improviser though, because we need to work on that throw under pressure and throw on the run. +1 and +2 to both of those. And of course, we got to talk to the press because we did. I don't say we did what we said we were going to do. I mean, we weren't necessarily huge on the ground today, at least from a running back perspective. I think Richardson had 44 on the ground to help us get over 100, which still gave us the goal. Give me defensive tackle Jonathan Taylor. I love when I see that extra help on his run blocking, and then Juan Barrett also getting an upgrade after the game here too as well. Going up to a 77 overall rush stopper, and we can turn him into one and a speed rusher at the same time. So that way I don't feel the need to necessarily get somebody that has block shed in the draft, because as we've seen in the past 2 classes, that is just not something that goes down, apparently. Now, going into game 2, though, we are still in Indianapolis here, trying to back up our win last game against the Los Angeles Chargers. Still, Brandon Staley is there, no Jim Harbaugh, so Justin Herbert, I'm sorry, but y'all gonna have to take this L. Y'all got a good enough coach. And look at that, already showing incompetency. Why would you run on this run defense like we're not the best ones in the league? Now, he did have 15 for 68 last week, but that was last week. You weren't playing the number 1 worst defense in the league. I suggest you put Tyler Aguilar out there in the pass game and go ahead and throw them balls. But you can't do that when we come back for the sacks. Pause. First sack of the game for Kwity Paye, man. Drops him back to 3rd and 13. Justin Herbert will throw out to his left. They're going deep out of bounds. He did have a step on him, but just inaccurate throw on that one because too much pressure. And now it leads to our offense coming back out after a great 21-point fourth quarter last time out. They got to have on fire momentum coming into this one. Richardson, 3,700 yards, 35 TDs on the season. He's performed way better than he did last year from a yardage and touchdown standpoint, and running this Brock as he does a better job perfecting this triple option the first time. This time, as Taylor will go on a foot race to the end zone, and he will score. Getting tackled just as he crosses the line. It was well too late as that triple option was able to go and work. And that's why you don't give up on it. Go inside. You see they're reading the running back, but the defender gave up on it after he played his assignment. We were able to still toss that thing out right before getting hit, and it turns in from a 20, 25 yard gain to a touchdown. I was back to this defense. See if we can keep Herbert at bay, have a strong defensive performance like we did last week. Because I mean, we did give up 20, but they played really well. I mean, one of those touchdowns was because we gave them the ball basically in the red zone after a turnover. So, you know, I think they played great defensively last week. Let's get that same type of performance here today. As I told you can't run that rock on us, my boy. You're not going anywhere. 3rd and 10. 2-by-2 look here. They're going to look to throw this one right over the top of McWilliams' head. But great coverage there by Kenny Moore Jr. to knock that one loose. Still no extra yards coming through. And then we're going back to our offense. Going out to the left side here. Great block by our receiver, Michael Pittman Jr. downfield. And Anthony Richardson, huge game to get us on the right side. 27 yards there on just that one play alone. Go to a 3rd and 10 a couple plays later. Clean pocket, throws it to the sidelines. He has his man there. Toe tap swag by Jonathan Taylor. The running backs got toe tap swag too. We don't throw to our running backs that much unless it's deep down the field, so they got to be able to do that. And then we go right to Kyle Pitts here on the little stop route. Way to get us a little bit closer in the 2nd and 2. Still in the gun, looking. Somehow evades pressure here. Throws it after the dive, finding Kyle Pitts again. Not in the end zone, but we are at the 1-yard line. And I see 1-on-2 on the left side. We got to audible that down to go ahead and pass this rock right behind their heads. Michael Pittman Jr. Back-to-back weeks with a score. Getting back in the end zone yet again. Jumping on Casper the Ghost, I guess. As you cannot do that. We had 2 receivers out there, and there was only 1 person out there to guard both. I had to switch that from the run to the pass. Let's see if we can get in there now. Unfortunately, though, for our defense, we started to give up things right up the middle. So we went cover 2, it looks like that time, and that post route was able to just slice in between. We get them all the way up to the 35-yard line here on the 2nd and 4. Herbert throws it out to his running back. And if he can't run the ball, might as well get him the ball in the pass game. Got 1st and 10. Pocket's looking clean for Herbert. Throws it out to his left. That's a great catch there by Palmer. Getting taken out of bounds. So we're going to go under center for the first time this game. Motion the receiver out wide left. He'll drop back, fire it out to the flats, out to tight end number 2. We're able to go ahead and get him down before he reaches the 1st down marker. So it'll be 3rd and 1. Looks like the Colts are sending in a blitz. So it does not work as they're able to go ahead and get enough time to get the quick slants to work. And I think that was Quentin getting into that end zone there for him. So they finally get on the board, make it a 1-possession game. Or to see just how hot our offense is here as we throw this one out the downs. Great catch for the first, but there's some laundry in the field. So it will be a holding penalty. On the offense, that is Toby Tyson. We have starting right tackle. I don't know if you guys saw those injury lists before. Our right tackle is hurt. So we did have Toby Tyson, if you guys remember, starting over there at right tackle and got called holding, and the play wasn't even going near your side. Even the routes were all running to the left, so I don't know what he's been holding. We'll take things to the 2nd quarter here today. Still up 14-7. Going with a little read option play here on 1st down. Anthony Richardson has all day to go to his left. Gets 2 good blocks there by Michael Pittman Jr. And he's into the crib. Naruto running in all day. I don't know how Pittman Jr. was able to do that. He blocked one and pushed him off. Ran over, got the 2nd one, pushed him off. And we were able to score off that. And then the defense plays phenomenally again. Gives us the ball back here midway through the 2nd. And Richardson, beautiful dime down the field of Michael Pittman Jr. Not only is he catching that pill, he's also making blocks. And he gets us onto our side of the field here at the 44-yard line. We'll see if we can go and up this score just a little bit more. We're up 21-7, trying to make it 28-7 here with the play action read. Rolling out of the pocket, looking all day to throw, and he will just take it himself to rush ahead for the 1st down. Dropping back, clean pocket, finds Pitts for a short little gain there to get us into a 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 3. We are in field goal range at the 27-yard line, but you would love to keep this drive going if possible. Looking, finds the corner route to the right side. That is Alec Pierce making the play for us. Great grab there by Pierce. I don't know how many times we've actually seen him get in the end zone. This might be like the 2nd time in the whole series, not even this season. But just being for, I don't remember too many times saying Alec Pierce has scored. But he scores here today, man. It's 28-7. Finally giving them the ball here. About 2 minutes left to go in the 1st half as we're about to break for halftime. Seeing if the Chargers can get a little bit of offense working. They are on their side of the field. Throw out again, getting closer to the red zone as that's a good 1st down grab. 2nd and 7 here. Blitz coming in by the Colts. Throws it off the back shoulder, though. Great play there to go ahead and get enough to put them in goal territory. Jump ahead a couple plays to 3rd and goal. See if we can stop them for just a field goal. Herbert will roll to his left, throws it on the run, and he will just throw that one away, causing them to just go ahead and have to settle for 3. The kick is up, and it is good. So 28-10 here. As we're hopefully about to go ahead and go straight into the half, unless of course we can score here. 19 seconds is left on the clock. So I have to see what Richardson in the offense has dialed up here. That is a throw over the middle. Pittman Jr. going to go ahead and go into the end zone. His 2nd TD of the game. Trying to waste as much clock as possible. Of course, the seconds are moving really, really slow. So there's still 9 left on the first half clock there. But we were really trying to just get out of there. But 3rd and 10, we had to keep the drive moving so that way we didn't give them a chance to keep up in their score. And Pittman was just open on the post route. Don't know how you just leave that open all willy-nilly, but we'll come back here. 2nd half, about 9 minutes left in the 3rd quarter after stopping their first possession coming out of halftime. Already trying to look for the end zone and get in there. 2nd and 10. Dropping back, fires it over the middle, and that'll be caught. Down to the 19-yard line. We're going to stay passing here. I know we have a huge lead, but we want to get it bigger. Michael Pittman Jr. getting us into goal territory. You know, we like to run from this gun too here. It looks like a little read option play. Great blocked from Michael Pittman Jr. And shout out to Josh Downs getting this man all the way in the back of the end zone. As the read option play works for Richardson, getting into the crib this time. And yes, we do get the ball again here late in the 1st or late in the 3rd. As they still have yet to score. Defense is playing great here today. Almost even better than they did yesterday. Throw goes out. Alec Pierce makes a man miss and he's in the crib. As I'm saying, I don't know if we've ever heard Alec Pierce's name being called for scoring. He gets 2 of them here today. A little RPO bubble screen there and just made the man miss. And just like that, it is now 49-10. We're still stopping them on defense. Why not show a little bit more offense if we're going to score? Their 10th best in scoring defense this season, giving up 49 points to it so far today. And we're just trying to use our running back now at this point. Jonathan Taylor, 12 attempts, under 25 yards, and a touchdown here today. Let's get him some more stats. 3rd and 8. We're going right back to him again. See, this is what you can do when you have a running back that you can trust. You know you're trying to run out of clock anyway. He can go get you a first down on 3rd and long. You don't have to pass. 1st and 10, 5 minutes left to go in the game. You already know what we're doing. Read option. Going back to the right side. Oh my gosh, the safeties were just the safety just checked out the game. That man did not want to play no more. He had plenty of time to react and didn't react, so I crossed the first down marker. That unfortunately would be the last time we scored. They did get one more garbage time touchdown though before the end of the game to make this a 56-17 score. Told y'all scoring at the end of the game is almost inevitable for this team. That's why I'm surprised we held Baltimore. But yeah, gotta go dab things up with the coach. But that was a complete domination from start to finish. I mean, we scored 14 in the first, 21 in the second, 14 in the third. We could have won off of our 2nd quarter points alone. They stood no chance. Over 600 yards of total offense, 700 yards of total yards altogether, and 4 for 8 in the red zone. We were still able to put up a performance like that. It could have got worse. We could have scored the other 4 times in the red zone. It could have been close to 100 points. But Anthony Richardson, 4 touchdowns, no picks today. Throwing for over 300 yards, which is great for him. 71 yards on the long. We take the ball down the field. Jonathan Taylor, 159 and a touchdown off of his 18 attempts. 5 broken tackles today too as well. So I mean, he was really efficient in knocking guys off with that 61-yarder too as well. And then you look at the receiving stats here. Pittman Jr. back-to-back games going over 100 yards. It's very rare that we see that happen. 6 for 143 and 2 touchdowns. Pierce, 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kyle Pitts and Downs kind of quiet today. Only about 51 to 61 yards for the day. But the offense definitely did more than enough to go ahead and get this dub, scoring a lot of points. And then defensively, Abukum with 2 sacks, Quiddy Pay, DeForest Buckner, Vince Anthony with the sack. No, we didn't see them much today because there wasn't too much highlights to show on the defensive side. No turnover or anything like that, but they also, the Chargers weren't scoring. So obviously we went in and did our thing that we were supposed to do here, taking down this Chargers unit and playing up to the best that we could here. Once again, this game we went kind of the same thing on top of before. It's supposed to be a really good defense. So this time I went with the passing because it said that passing was actually the worst of the two. They actually had a good run defense as well. and we proved both of those wrong. Now, a quick look here at the standings. The Eagles and Packers are both clinched playoff spots just like us at 11-2 records. And if you look at the AFC, the Jaguars are the third best team here, sitting at 10-3. Bengals are 10-3. You have the Jets, Dolphins at 9, Raiders, Ravens, and a couple other teams sitting at 8. So it's going to be a dogfight here to get to the end of the season. Now, next time out, we might slow things down because we do have the Jaguars up next. We have Tampa Bay too, and that Jaguars game could be for the division with how close the Jaguars are with us at 10-3, and we're at 12-1. So next game out, we might slow it down and show the full game and not just highlights of Tampa Bay. So we can show the full game of Jacksonville in week 16 because we also have them in week 18 after we face the Broncos. So season's coming to the end of the close, man. Let me know down below if you guys think we're going to take the division, or we find a way to mess this up and let the Jacksonville Jaguars take it. We can still lose out and Jacksonville win out and they take the division. Or if they beat us in both games and we lose out, they take the division. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'll definitely keep dropping the series for you guys and bringing more content to you guys. But I love you guys for all the love and support already. It's been your boy SGG, aka Coach Cooper, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, man. I'm gone for the day. Later.